thought I'd just document this and check it up on YouTube, just in case anyone out there is interested. This is our farm. We live in Kaitaia, which is in the far north, far north of New Zealand. So we have a flower farm. Basically I'm putting new beds in to put our flowers in, mainly dahlias. So I've started building these raised garden beds out of recycled iron and treated timber. So I put the posts in the ground, put the iron on and put a top cap on to hold it all together, and I'm going to backfill this with this material I have over here. So I've doubled up the corners like this so that the iron sits inside here, so the treated timber doesn't touch the inside of the bed, just in case I want to put food in here later on. So we had dahlias in here for like 3 years in this whole area. There's a fence along there. We changed it all up because in the far north of New Zealand here we get this kaitaia grass, and it just takes over everything. This is all the parts that I took apart when I started renovating all this. So this is what happens with your gardens with this kaitaia. It just gets too much to maintain. This is after 3 years though, but a little bit every year it slowly kicks in. And I mean, the missus are 50 now, so we can't really bend over and do that sort of work, so hence we're going for the raised garden. And there's going to be about 10 of these beds across here, and then I've got a tunnel house to put down there further. So this is the glass house. We built this probably the second year we moved into the property. Just attached it to a garage. It's north facing, that's north, direct north there. It gets a bit of shade from the oak tree in the summer, so it's not cooking in here. But in winter this oak tree loses its leaves and the sun's lower in the sky, so it still gets full light in here in summer. But basically what we've got going on in here is a little bit of basil, coriander, dill, and I've got some roses that we dug up out of the garden that were in here. They're doing really well in here. And then we've got all the dahlias that we've started, but we've got bins and bins of dahlias. Ellie's been, my Mrs. Ellie has been slowly working away at it. There's a house plant area over there. This is where we grow seedlings in a little heated, it's a heated mat up there. Then all the seedlings go in here and then they go out into the other garden. Nice soapstone stink. Yeah, the rest of the orchard is, we've got plum trees, we've got a big cherimoya, got lots of citrus, got shallots in here with tomatoes on the end of here. This needs to be renovated, this bin. This bin's potatoes, that one's got some cabbage in. We're going to have some dinner tonight. Bananas, lots of figs in over here, and lots of citrus in the back of here. And then, oh, and I've got a windmill. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. So these bins, I'm just going to start filling this one up now. I'll backfill it with that material that's over there, which has been breaking down. It's got a bit of sticks and stuff in there, so that'll break down nicely in the bottom of the bed. And I'll top it up with this topsoil that I dug off of here. So basically I just took this all down to clay, which is about 300-400 deep from ground level, so that these bins can sink down a bit and we can use that soil, the good topsoil that I've dug out of here, to fill the bins. And then I'll fill the outside of these bins up as we go as well, and tidy all this area up. Right, let's get into it. This is the material I'm going to fill the bottom of the beds up with, or have been. It's all broken down compost and just tree branches, stumps and stuff that we've chucked in here. Some big pieces, little pieces, but that'll slowly break down as the bins age and start dropping. We'll just top it up with nice soil at the top. So there we go, started filling that one up. Then I'm going to top it off with this topsoil. I might even get some nice soil from the landscape company just to finish off the bins completely. And Ellie's in here transplanting some more roses that we had to move to change the gardens around. These ones we moved the other day, they're starting to blossom in here. They're really enjoying being in this space. Actually, so is all the dahlias and everything. Dahlias everywhere. This is our Rambergen. He loves a good head scratch. And then we've got our ewes and lambs over here. They're just free range in our back paddock at the moment. Eep! Happy little faces, doing good work there. Bergen's getting a good scratch today. Funny little guy. He's not little, but they're only dwarf sheep. They're baby doll sheep, I think they're called. Yeah, there you go. He'll give you a little kick in the shin to let you know he wants a scratch. Gives you a fright too when he sneaks up on you and gives you a kick in the back of the calf. Cute little things they are. Right, got the first bin fill. Ellie's just going through chucking some lime on it. It's a little bit of clay base in here, clay mixed with topsoil, so just chuck the lime in there to help break up that clay. We'll water this in, and then I think I might go get some more soil and stuff to top it up from the garden centre, and then we'll mulch that in and we'll start planting dahlias. While Ellie's been working on that, I'm going to start getting this next bin ready. Should be a bit easier because we can load that with the digger straight from here. I had to walk all the way around there to fill this one. I definitely won't be going to the touch tournament today. So just got the second bin made up. It's all ready to be filled now. So I'll fill the base up with the compost and the organic material, and then I'll top it off with the topsoil, same as we did the other bin. And then hopefully we can get some dahlias in these this afternoon. I'll sort some irrigation out, get that going. Ellie's in the glass house just getting the dahlias ready, dividing the last of them up, so keeping busy. Another beautiful day. Right, we've got the second bin done. Ellie put some lime into that, clean that all up. I've just started backfilling between the beds. The clay's still really wet, so it's hard to move. We're just coming out of our rainy season here in Kaitaia. As you can see with the big puddle I've got in the middle of the area here. I've got to carry on these beds here. I'm going to start digging this area out here, get ready for the next couple of beds over here. First I need to move the hose. I put this alkathene in a couple of years ago now, going over and running a tap way off in the distance up there on that post. I was going to put a tunnel house up there. I'm going to put a tunnel house over here now, so just need to dig this up, locate this, see where it comes in here somewhere, locate that and move that. Located that pipe, dug it all the way back to here, connected it up and put a tap on the end of the garden bed there, and I've dug another area out for 2 more bins, so that's down to level. I can start marking that up in the next couple of days. I still need to auger out the holes for these last 2 bins over here that I've marked out, and there's going to be 5. I think I'm going to do 5 all the way along here, 5 along here. I might need to take that fig out, and that Louisa plum might need to come out, but we've got 10 figs here, and we've got probably another 4 or 5 Louisas on the property. These ones have always struggled because there's an oak tree, this oak tree here. There was another one here that I took out not long ago, and that shaded this whole garden, especially in winter. The sun comes down here, so that's opened up this garden. Way more light coming in here now. So the bananas, I'll probably end up pulling the pups out of the bananas and putting them over the other side of the creek over there. We've got a creek or manga that runs through our property, so when the big ones fruit, I'm slowly going to take those pups and move them so we can open up more area. And behind the digger, I'm going to put the tunnel house up there. I've got an 8 metre by 3 metre tunnel house to put up. I'm probably going to make some bins like this and put the tunnel house over the top of it, so it'll hold the tunnel house down, and I'll have 2 big long bins, 8 metres long, 1 metre by 8 metre in there. That's the plan anyway. So that's it for today. I'll conclude this video, I guess, the first start of the actual YouTube that I'm going to start doing. So as they say, like, comment and subscribe, or if you don't want to, that's all good. I hope you enjoyed the video.